I know we're wrapping up the year, and obviously we know Star Wars is on the horizon. Is there anything we should be looking out for the rest of 2019?
Yeah, there is.
Sweet.
Oh, you want to elaborate? Okay. Yeah. So yes or no question is like, okay, it's simple enough.
Sean, what movies should we be looking out for?
Gotcha.
Yes.
So coming up in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes. Movie called Ready or Not.
Oh, that's the tag one. The violent tag one?
There's a wedding and they're in a house.
Oh, okay.
And they're hunting the person.
Right, okay.
And so everyone watches the trailer and go, oh, what's this new Margot Robbie movie? It's not Margot Robbie.
It's a blonde lookalike.
It's Samara Weaving. It's Hugo Weaving's niece.
What?
And she's...
What's this movie called?
Ready or Not.
Okay.
And so I should be seeing it next Monday. But it looks like dark comedy, kind of satire, horror.
She does look like Margot. Holy cow.
But she's fun, Margot Robbie. She's done some stuff. She did this movie, a Netflix original. Netflix keeps coming up, called The Babysitter. Huh. And just a real fun little horror film.
Yeah.
And she's done a few other things too, but she's like real fun. And as soon as I saw those, I was like, this girl's like, she just needs to get the right role that gets her to take off. And this might be the one that has a bit more exposure to it. Because everyone just sees her and they think Margot Robbie. Like, who's this Margot Robbie ripoff? It's like, that's just, they look the same. But
Bargain brand Margot Robbie over here.
Are they not related?
No, she's related to Hugo Weaving.
And they're both from either New Zealand or Australia. Like, it's even like they're from the same place too. And so it's like one of these ones, and like you see Samara Weaving, and she like has this big crazy grin. So you think she would be a great Harley Quinn. You're like, the other one already got that. So that's number one.
That looks badass. That little.
We're over here in America. You got any more of them Hemsworth or Robbies over there?
and you look at the trailer, and it's got Adam Brody, Andy McDowell, and some other people there too.
This heavy hitters.
So that's one I saw that trailer. It came out of nowhere. Saw the trailer, and I was like, I am very excited. And there's a movie that came out a few years back called You're Next.
Yeah,
that I loved. You're Next.
JD
Real simple
thrillers.
little home invasion thriller, and it's like that with a little bit more of a sense of humor. Plus this actress that I've wanted to kind of break out a little bit. So that's August. That's next month. We've got a new Rambo movie.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Ooh, boy.
So Stallone's probably my favorite actor, and so
so fun to watch.
And you know. And him, I love all those Schwarzenegger. I mean, I love that stuff. And so then you've got a new Rambo movie, Last Blood. So he's probably gonna die in it, but you're okay with John Rambo. He needs peace, and he can only have peace in death. So
he is looking just
that man's face is melting.
He's 73 years old now. He's a horse handler on a ranch in Arizona, so he's getting a lot of sun out there. John Rambo.
Steroids will also wear you down.
Yes, not just any steroids, whatever the horse steroids that he's on. That
horse tranquilizer. Damn it, Bernice. Sorry, the dodgeball reference.
And then October we got the Joker.
Oh yeah.
So
let's talk about this.
So many things about that one that are interesting because right off the bat, but we're not even to Joaquin Phoenix yet. We're not even to it's the Joker. It's a partnership between Todd Phillips, like the Hangover, Todd Phillips, with Martin Scorsese.
Wow.
Martin Scorsese's producing this Todd Phillips directed film, and then it's the Joker without Batman.
Yeah.
Starring Joaquin Phoenix, crazy man / brilliant actor.
Wow. Robert De Niro's also in this.
Mm-hmm. You don't even notice. Like I watched the trailer, and it's like, wait, Robert De Niro's in the trailer. Yeah. I missed it.
It's an afterthought.
And then you watch it, like, wait, no, he's right there. Like it just showed his face. I just missed it because I was swept up in the Joaquin Phoenix. And you watch the trailer, like, oh, this really is kind of like Taxi Driver, except it's the Joker, and I don't know what this is. So that's where some people, like before we saw the trailer, people were like, are you excited for this? Like, I don't know yet because
hard to say.
I have no clue what I'm about to see.
Yeah.
That Joaquin Phoenix said he's going to do it. I'm interested.
Sure.
That has my attention. But the director of The Hangover and the director of all of this other stuff doing a Joker movie, I don't know what that means.
It's bananas.
So what did Jared Leto? What did he do wrong? Did he try too hard?
It's the movie he was in.
Yeah.
Well, so, the perfect example with this new movie, if you take Heath Ledger and what they did, obviously an amazing movie with The Dark Knight, but then was it really Jared Leto's fault that it didn't get received, or was it the way the movie, like how it was directed, essentially? So this new movie, are we looking for Joaquin, or are we looking for these directors to what direction it's going to take him?
So even with Jared Leto,
Because he kind of got pooped on. Like,
right. I mean, it's tough to know which piece was which and the performance, because like before anyone even saw Suicide Squad, people saw the pictures like, wait, the Joker's got a grill and he's got damaged tattooed on his face and ha ha ha, like that's really heavy handed. Like that is in your face heavy handed.
Right.
And then you watch the movie and you don't really get a chance to know his Joker, because it's like he just cuts in backstory and he shows up to do two things and then he's gone. And so I never really got a chance. But the stuff that people make fun of, like, I don't know if Jared Leto's the one that was like, I really want a grill.
Right.
Like, actually, I brought my own. And I don't care if you want it, I'm going to slip. Like, I don't know what happened.
Say something. I actually have a few here.
I don't know how that played
don't
out.
say.
And then there's all the weird stories about him giving his co-workers on the film
Sending him like rats.
Yeah.
rats and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know.
It's hard. I think that's a good point. I think it's hard to decipher. Was it just the writing that set him up to fail? Because as far as I can tell, he played that whatever character he was supposed to play. He played it to his best extent.
Yeah, like if you just look at his performance, I don't have any problems with his performance.
Yeah,
it's not iconic, but it's also not big enough to be iconic,
right.
really. And the movie itself, it's documented. The director had 6 weeks to write the script for it.
Oh my!
That's ridiculous.
Dang.
Yeah.
And then then they recut the movie, and there's so many problems with that film. A lot of it going back to just the WB just botching the entire thing. Once again, to why I don't even know what to make of this Joker movie, because I think the WB's been taking crazy pills for about 5 years or whatever.
Man.
Like, as long as I've had my channel, I think WB's been crazy.
We could do a whole podcast episode talking about the failures of Warner
WB?
Brothers,
Yeah.
trying to catch up with the MCU.
And so, in and of itself, like, I'm just, and they've been unclear as to, like, does this Joker movie, because it takes place in the 80s.
Yeah.
So is it legitimately like a prequel? How does that tie into it? Or is it just, it's fully its own thing?
Sure.
It's been pretty unclear. Now, if you have Joaquin Phoenix playing the Joker in the 80s, he probably didn't age to be like Jared Leto
Right.
35 years
I can't
later.
imagine that.
But
Well, it almost seems like DC's kind of doing they've kind of abandoned the whole connected universe thing. And then I'm seeing that they're not abandoning it.
Exactly.
It's just a back and forth. Because, like, Shazam is in the same universe as Aquaman, but at the same time, they're not making movies with them connected anymore. It's just
Henry Cavill was in Shazam. He just didn't show his face, which is a weird choice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, well, that's good. So we got some underdogs potentially in the mix.
November, Frozen 2.
Frozen 2.
And then December, Star Wars, and it's the end of the saga.
Skywalker.
Do
you think we'll see any
third
of those
of the
characters
trilogy's
spin off into other films?
Yeah.
Surely.
The safe bet.
Yep. Yeah. It's a
safe bet.
Safe bet.
Netflix needs to do what Netflix and Disney, if they could reverse the roles. Disney has the money to branch out. They won't. Netflix has they're spending money like nobody's business and they're not sticking with what works.
No, that's true.
Just my thought. Yeah.
But
that's good.
Yeah, they'll spin things. Of course, safe bets. Solo. Who would have thought that would have all the movies that outperformed? I mean, December, another one coming out, Jumanji. Jumanji made more money, I think, just in the U.S. or like than Solo made globally, something like that. I mean, just how much that Jumanji movie from 2 years ago
that's so fast
did so well.
And I think it did well because, this is my opinion, I think it did so well because they didn't try and remake the first one.
It's kind of a fresh take, right?
They did a fresh take on it, and a new age take on it, and it was funny. And I think a lot of people perceive that really well. I went into it thinking I was going to not like it, but I loved it.
It's great fun.
Jack
family,
Black,
family entertainment.
Yeah.
My kids love that movie.
That's awesome.
And they love that one, and then Zathura's like a cousin to the Jumanji movies. And
I remember that movie.
It's so the book Zathura is a sequel to Jumanji the book.
Huh.
And so Zathura the film isn't technically a sequel to
With
Jumanji.
Dax Shepard, right?
And Kristen Stewart.
Oh, wow.
And PETA from the Hunger Games.
Oh, wow.
Pizza.
Peter.
So a bunch of different people in there. But my kids love all of them. And the new one was kind of their gateway into all of it. It's just a fun film that adults
it's
can
fun.
watch it and enjoy it. Like, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, what are they doing? I don't know about this." And then almost everyone I know that saw it went, "I just really liked it."
Yeah,
It's fun.
I was the
Good
same
fun
way.
event.
I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this at all. And then after the first 35 minutes, I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah,
good time.
this just works.
Yeah, it just did. So hopefully they keep that up.
Yeah, I think I'm all about taking familiar franchise as long as you do something a little different.
I
a little
wish
fun.
Jurassic World could have continued
I'm sure
as
we'll get
well as
another
they
one,
did
though.
after the first, after he came in, but the second one kind of sucked.
That one they just know dinosaur carnage. That's
Yeah.
all. That's it. Hobbs and Shaw, I think, is another example of you can put a fresh coat on a familiar franchise, but if you're not doing anything drastically different, I mean, like it still did well, obviously in the box office, but it was like wasn't it the most underachieving of the Fast and the Furious franchise?
Of the current era.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, if you compare it to what the first one did 18
yeah,
years ago, it's
sure.
like, well, it's doing great. If you compare it to what they've been doing, because, I mean, they've just been so overperforming.
Yeah.
And then this one, it was like, oh. It like, if you just look at Jason Statham-led movies, The Rock-led movies, it's a great opening for them.
Oh, gotcha.
Outside of Fast and Furious movies, this is The Rock's biggest opening.
Interesting. Oh, that's a good point.
But then if you compare it to Fast and Furious movies, then it's like the weak performing one. So
it's all
weird to
about
me.
where you're getting the narrative from. That sounds like because a lot of the articles lead off like, well, so this is the low hitter.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's everyone's looking for the headline, and then somewhat feeding that is all the weird feuds going on with the Fast and Furious people. Tyrese Gibson.
We talked about the whole like the Rock want to do or Vin Diesel want to do a point system for like hits and all this and contractually and the
Yeah.
Rock has to
They're, like,
like
not
give it
allowed
as good as he
to-
gets it and,
Yeah.
and like none of them can be shown
Yeah.
losing fights, which I love it. And that's actually our buzzer contract as well. Whenever we fight, like
Yeah.
no one gets the clear upper hand.
Yeah.
Except producer Jim.
Yeah.
He produces. He just gives the fist bump.
Just a Breakfast Club fist bump. Just
Breakfast Club remake, that's coming. Well, yeah, well
look
that's
at a cartoon.
I mean, Sean, we're gonna have to do a whole episode where we like do a deep dive on like 5 of the things you brought up today because
Oh, yeah.
I could nerd out with you for a little bit here, but we'll have to save that for the next time.